Hey, hey, hey,
Hey, we are back again.
for another conversation with us Black women. You know how we do.
Let me pull up this chat so this time we can be paying attention to what is going on.
Yes, we want you guys to be interactive with this conversation. We want you to like, share, and please subscribe so you know that when we come on, it's every Tuesday night at 10 p.m.
hmm That's
Okay.
girls' night out for us. Girls' night out every Tuesday at 10 p.m. And if you click that notification bell, it will notify you, send a beep beep to your phone, and you'll know when we come on. Okay?
Yes, because we're trying to grow. Come on, let's grow this conversation, and we can only do it with you all. Okay, so tonight, what we talking about, Aya?
We are discussing a very touchy topic for Black women, and that is our hair, our crown. That is what we are talking about tonight, y'all. We are talking about how we identify with our hair, all things hair related. We're going to get to the good, the bad, the ugly, the sad, the joyous parts of it. So we're going to go everywhere.
So, to kick off this conversation, I'm going to tell you that black hair, especially natural hair, is a passion of mine. So, I'm going to kick it off with something very personal to me. I hope you enjoy this. Black hair. Black hair. My black hair. What? What about it? It grows. It grows. People act like it shouldn't be chose, but I would choose it every time. Now, it does take a lot of time. However, it is versatile and I can do it in a lot of styles. But my question is, why all the controversy? Lord have mercy.
Mhm.
It just grows. And when it grows, it shows. Why is it a topic of discussion at the corporate luncheon?
Mm.
Oh, please don't touch. I don't want to act up. Beautiful. Afro, twist out, braids, dreads, locks. Stop. Relax. Straight. Relax. Straight. Relax. Relax. Relax if you want them to relax. Put a chemical on it. Hot. Hot. Dry it. Dye it.
Mhm.
Put a comb in it and fry it. Lie it. Yeah, fry it. Chemical burns, but it takes that to earn. Earn that job, but it burns. When will we learn? Damn, it hurts. Have they done research? Research. Yes, research about the answer. Answer? Yes. Do those perms cause cancer? Hmm. Do you really want to know the answer? What about the earth? What about Mother Nature? What Mother Nature birthed? The nuts, oils, and herbs. I'm perturbed. Perturbed? What is that? Child, I'm disturbed because you would trust what is on a shelf before you would use a concoction from what the ancestors discerned.
Mhm.
See? Because they learned what is natural grows, and so does the source of nourishment, and that encouragement is growth. Oh, goodness. Always looking for the growth potion to give the notion that it will give you long hair, don't care.
Mhm.
Oh, goodness. Do we appreciate the wool? But we cover it too easy with the pull of the almighty weave. It's okay. It helps us achieve the style, maintenance, length, and texture. I'm not going to lecture, but please love all textures and know that your ancestors at birth were the closest to the earth. Be
Mhm.
proud and say it out loud. Yeah, it's from Africa.
Woo! Yes, I like that. I heard that with y'all. I did not hear that before or prior.
I made her wait with all of you.
That was good. That was a good poem. I love that poem. That was a good poem. That was
Thank
perfect.
you. It comes from the heart.
And your hair is popping.
Yes, see,
Mm-hmm.
I had to pull it out for you guys because I can't talk about what grows and grows if I'm not willing to wear it.
Exactly that part. Okay, I don't know where we want. We might as well start from the like beginning. So like let's talk about growing up and what things we was taught, what we remember about our hair.
Okay. I'm going to tell you guys something really disturbing. Okay. When I was little, I remember playing, I would grab a towel, put it on my head, swing it back and forth like I had hair
Mm,
like a white girl. Go Kia, go Kia. I thought I was beautiful. That was one of the first memories I can remember.
yeah. I don't know. I think we probably all did that and wanted to put on the long hair, the long wig, or you'll get those little synthetic wigs that'll nap up real quick and you be dancing like you got your little wig on, right? I remember getting my hair done, of course, sitting in between your mom's legs, them washing your hair, combing it out, greasing your scalp. Greasing the scalp, that's what I remember the most. It's like that's a good memory, like getting your scalp greased, comb, grease, doing that, and
I okay.
the hot comb.
Ooh, I was gonna say that. Get them beady
Girl,
beads.
like ow, you burnt like child, the hot comb. I remember the hot comb.
Right.
That was a
How
staple.
about Aya getting your hair braided so hard it feel like you gotta pee? You like,
No.
mm.
No, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I think we definitely have a very deep story when it comes to the maintenance of and the upkeep of our hair and even how we felt about our hair. Like we all wanted this long hair that was like the goal or whatever the case may be, or a different texture of hair, the fine hair. I remember for whatever reason, I was like so wanting to get a perm. Like, and Jackie wasn't with it. My mom was not trying to let me get no perm, but I wanted to get a perm so bad, so bad, so bad. So it was one day, my mom wasn't home and my cousin was over, and we had some money. Okay. We went across the street to the Sally's beauty supply. And she got me emotions perm. That was probably the worstest one at that to put on my hair at the time in hindsight. We got emotions perm and she put that perm in my hair. Oh my God, that junk was burning. But I thought I loved it. I was just so happy that I finally got a perm. Yeah, I remember that story.
Listen, I remember when like when I was in high school, we had to go swimming.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that I had my hair was all natural, it was like virgin hair. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember begging my mom, like, Mom, every time I go swimming, like my hair, it just it just goes right up, mommy. Like, please, like even with the braid, I was like, I want a perm because she would sit there frying my hair every day, pressing it out or whatever, and then I would have to go swimming. I think it was
Oh
probably
no.
middle school or one of them school. I don't know. I was swimming, right?
Mhm.
So then I remember just for me.
Yeah, just for me.
Okay. I had the video, I had the cassette tape. I was in there jamming to
They
that.
hate to that. Yes, they did.
It was propaganda to get all up in our mind and be like, you know what? Let's perm this hair. We want you to know early on that your hair is not good enough,
Right.
that it makes us uncomfortable. And we want to put it into your mind early that you will relax your hair.
Mm-hmm. Your hair would look so much better and manageable in a relaxed, style.
Yes, you're so much more beautiful if you have straight hair.
That silky
Mm.
straight hair and that texture and it flows. And you'll like you'll see the girls that just went to this hair salon and they get that press. Oh, that press. I still like getting a silk press. I won't lie, every once in a while. But they would get that press and you come out there feeling good. You be sure when I first got my first silk press, child, I came out there from the wind was blowing, my hair was like woo in the like I was really feeling myself. So I think
Mhm.
how we build. this identity and how we identify with our hair is like something that's solidified very early on.
Mm-hmm.
Like your hair, like you have to like we're really hyper focused in like it's serious business. Black woman's hair is serious business, not to be messed with, not to be played. That's why I know I just got my hair to know you can't touch it. I'm putting my scarf on. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to bed. I'm not getting in the pool. None of that stuff.
Um, yeah, so I can totally relate with that. Like I've had those moments where people came and touched my hair.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And I just it just makes you feel like you like some kind of pet
mm, mm, mm.
or some kind of science experiment. I don't know. It's just weird. Like I find it to be very intrusive. And
Yeah.
then if you somebody like me who follows Black history, it's like, you know, that was one of the things they did when we was on the auction block,
Mm.
touching us, petting us. Open your mouth, let me see your teeth. Like, ooh, does
Examination.
she look like she would bear a lot of children? You
Mm.
know, it just takes your mind back to that. So yeah, don't touch
So
my
yeah, and
hair,
I
please.
also want to like talk about the texturism and how especially when your kids is in those formative years and now like we're older and we know better, right? But we're in those
Mm-hmm.
formative years and just being mindful of what you're saying to your kids about their hair. Like, don't
Mm-hmm.
be telling them their hair is nappy. You got the nappy hair, and it's like just doing all like making the motions to signify that it's taking me all this hard work to do your hair,
Mm-hmm.
or saying it's bad hair, it's not good hair, or you got this kind of hair, but you don't got good hair, or doing just the opposite. Like I can definitely use myself in the opposite sense and say that when I was younger, it was like, I got told I got good hair. Like you got the good hair. You got that white girl hair. You got that pretty hair. You got your grandmother's hair and you got that real fine hair. Child, I wish I had your hair. And so after a while, yeah, you identify with that and you take on that, like, I got, it's like a statue. I got good hair. And I did wear that. I wore
Hey.
that identity for a very long time. I was wrapped up in the girl with the black girl with the good hair. And we all know many of these black girls with the good hair, tights with the long hair, the pretty hair, and they play that up. They live up to that because this is something that they probably been told since they was kids, since they was babies, right? I remember when I got my first big chop, I was like, okay, I don't know. They always say something's going on in a female's life when she decides to chop off her hair. It's like a renewal, a rebirth, you starting over, right? And I was like, I want to cut my hair. And plus, I think I kind of wanted to cut my hair because of that. Like, I'm done with other people paying more attention to my hair than me. Like, at that point, it was like I don't really care about my hair as much as maybe other people do. So I
Mm-hmm.
went I got that junk chopped off. And I went to you probably don't know. I went to Michelle. She this white lady, but she do black hair. She was doing black hair for I don't know, decades now, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And she is one of those stylists that scissor happy. So by the time she was done, I ain't have no hair. My hair, I went from having hair to having this amount of hair. But I loved it though. I liked my hair. It fit me at the time. I loved my new short do, and it just felt so good to chop it off. I went to the family cookout because we, ironically, this was summertime. We had a cookout that weekend. I don't know if I'm like probably misrecalling the story, but I think my mom's told my family or told people like don't mention her hair, like don't say anything about it. And I remember my uncle Jesse, he was like, "You cut your hair." I'm like, oh, like just like couldn't believe that I cut off my hair, but yeah, sometimes you can get caught up in that and you can get caught up in these things that other people are feeding into you, especially when you're a kid. So we should definitely be mindful of that because all hair is good hair. All of our hair and our textures is good hair.
Yeah. that definitely has always been a thing in the black community. Good hair versus bad hair. Oh, they talk about one child. Oh, that child got that thick stuff. Like, oh, I can't do nothing with that. And then the other one, oh, she got that soft hair. Look at her hair. Her hair is so pretty. Oh, or I've even had people, I go all over the place. Like, with my hair, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, I can't get it twisted out like that. It's because your hair is like this or your hair is like that. Well, guess what? All of our hair, every texture,
Mm-hmm.
every different one is beautiful. It's beautiful. And you can rock it in so many different ways. There is no other race of people besides people from African heritage of the diaspora, whether you are Hispanic or non-Hispanic, that can do as much with their hair as we can.
Mm-hmm. And I know for me, like when I did the big chop, it was also I think because you was natural long before I was. You was
Mm.
like into this hair movement. We had like this big old spike,
Yes,
and
I'm
this
gonna
was the
talk about
natural
that.
hair movement, right? I just remember it being like the natural hair movement, and that's when like all these products for us started rolling out, which is great because we really only had what was on the shelves, which now in comparison was trash to what we have now. We have so much different items and products that we can pull from now. You was the first one I knew that tapped into that natural hair movement thing. And I chopped it off. I think I remember telling you like I'm cutting my hair off and you was telling me like I gotta cut off all the perm or whatever. But once I went natural, natural hair is a lot of work. But I will say, once I went natural, I wished I had more texture to my hair because it's so many things that I can't do that someone with a another texture of hair that's not as fine grain as my hair can do that I can't do. Like my twist outs don't flex like your twist outs do. Like they just don't. My wash and go don't have that same oomph and volume. Like so I at that point once I turned natural, I was like I wish I had your texture. I like y'all texture like don't be like love your hair.
Well, let's talk about that. So I would say that I have had my natural hair. Who child? It's probably been almost 15 or 16 years now.
Mhm.
I went natural when it wasn't really a movement. It wasn't really a thing. It was like, why you do that?
Yeah, well, so what made you go natural?
Okay, so I hope these two friends are on here watching. But I at the time I was living in Charlotte, North Carolina,
Mhm.
and I decided that I wanted to go natural. I have been perming my hair for many, many years, wearing different styles. I never was a big weave wearer. I would wear it like when I was younger, but I had got out of it. And so I would just like go get my hair permed or whatever. And as you perm, your hair starts getting thinner and thinner and thinner. Unless you have like really coarse hair, those usually were the people that were able to keep the thickness to their hair.
Mhm.
So anyway, I went there, and I met this really nice girl. Like I was big into fitness. Okay, now fitness will make you change up how you think about your hair too, ladies, and we all know that. So I got into fitness. And so I was going to the YMCA like every day. I was like, okay, I had my son. He was about 3, still had baby weight. I'm like, okay, now I can't keep claiming baby weight. I need to get in the gym. So at that time in Charlotte, North Carolina, the YMCA was like a whole club for mommies. Okay. Like it was a whole bunch of us women that were there, had our children and whatnot. And I happen to be big into doing the fitness classes or whatever, especially dance. I love to dance. And I met this beautiful girl from Chicago,
Mhm.
and she was natural. She was natural. She was beautiful. She was like dancing or whatever. So, anyways, me and her became friends. And I started talking to her like about her natural hair and how she cared for it and this and that. And she was like, well, you definitely could go natural. She was like, you could go natural. She's like, I will show you how. I was like, but like, is it a whole different concept? She's like, it's a whole different mindset. She was like, if you go natural, she was like, it's a commitment. She was
Mhm.
like, but it's liberating. And so I was like, okay. So I was like, how can I go natural? She's like, well, you can chop all your hair off, but that's the hard way to go. She's like, what you could do is you could go ahead and get your hair micro braided, let it grow, let the new growth grow out, and then you could cut it off. And then she told me about different things that I could put on it. Because there was nothing on the shelves. I'm telling you, there was nothing on the shelves for natural hair at that time. So then I ended up meeting another friend who was still one of my dear friends now, and she had dreadlocks. I remember the first time I saw her, her locks was beautiful. They was long down to her butt. And I was like, wow, those are so beautiful. So, me, I'll spark up a conversation with anybody. Oh, girl, your hair is so cute. Like how dedicated you must be to grow locks like that. So me and her became fast friends, and we talked, and our boys also chilled together. And then there was another friend of ours who was also natural, and she had real thick hair and it was beautiful and big. You know what I'm saying? So we always working out together, and it kind of freed us up. So I had the microbrains in for a while. So then I went over to my friend's house who had the locks, and she was like, look here, when I started growing locks, she was like, because she had been not natural like years before me. And she was like, it really wasn't popular. People judged me for my locks. She was like, and it's a really hard to face society with jobs and everything. She was like, are you sure you want to come into this lifestyle? And I was like, you know what? I do. She was like, it is liberating. She said, it is a statement. And we sat in her kitchen. I had my braids out and I had the stringy perm still on the end. And we sat there and we talked. And she used to love to brew up her some coffee. And she said, okay. I was like, I want you to cut all the perm off. And she sat there with some scissors and she cut all of my perm off. She's like, you sure you're not going to be mad at me? I'm like, cut it. Chop it off. And after I chopped that off, I felt so liberated. I felt like, okay, I can appreciate all my beauty and my black glory and appreciate my face, my black structures, the hair that grows out of my head. And it is a life-changing thing because you look at yourself in the mirror and you're told, and you've been told by society that is ugly. You know what I'm saying? That is not attractive, that you need to have long hair. Your hair needs to be straight. You need to put weave on it, And when I got done with that, then I had to, like, the original lady who was from Chicago that told me about my hair and how she had been natural. She had hooked me up with some YouTubers way back then that was showing people who were natural how to make products for their hair. So I would
that I know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call her out on here right now, but
Because
yeah,
it's one YouTuber I started following too. She still do those videos, but she was like one of the first YouTubers that was doing that stuff.
yeah. I mean, she could have been one of the first. I'm not sure, but she was very early out there, and she was telling us how to make conditioner for our hair because the problem was the sulfites that was in all of the shampoos and conditioner. They were drying your hair out. You was told not to use all the products with mineral oil. It was drying your hair out, So it was a whole different mindset. It taught, like, when you go natural, the first thing that you need to realize is that a comb was never made for us. Unless you detangling your hair during a wash, period. Like, you should not be using a comb. That was never a tool that was created for our hair type in its natural state. And so after I cut my hair off, I was doing like twist outs and little afros and wash and goes. And I remember I used to work at the front desk at the YMCA at that time. And I remember this, of course, it was so crazy to me because the white men would be like, oh, wow, I love your hair. So beautiful. And I remember this black man came one day and he was like, girl, you so pretty, but why you wear your hair like that? Like, my wife, I would not be okay with her wearing her hair like that. You should put something on your hair. It will really bring your face out. I was like, you know what? I was like, what I would tell you, sir, is I hope one day you can truly appreciate the beauty of a black woman.
Chill.
Please scan your card and proceed. Thank you. Have a great day. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, it was a very liberating experience. And once it became, I don't even care if it became a trend or a fad. I was happy that black women were embracing their hair.
Yeah, that's dope. It was though. Back then it was like a movement. And so many black women started embracing their texture. I mean, because can you just imagine how some of us never even really seen their natural hair, like their natural hair texture. And then you deciding to go on that journey and I'm going to learn how to do and deal with my hair. And like you said, it's a bold statement and it takes commitment. It's revolutionary, really, within itself, especially at the time when y'all was all we talk. It's like almost like the '70s era, right? When they started rocking the fros and I'm black and I'm proud and went like all that stuff, right? And then it's like a return back to that, right? But to go out in public like that, people will just be looking at you like, oh, you natural, like, oh, okay, like, and then you going, like you said, you going to work and dealing with jobs. I think I done messed up a lot of jobs by like going in there with my hair, especially doing office. I'm doing office jobs and stuff like that. They probably gave it to some other girl and not giving the position to me. Recently, before the COVID, and when we had to go back to work, and I had my locks in, and they was talking about how we're going to be transitioning y'all back to the office. I was worried about that. Like, man, I done locked my hair during this time that we've been working from home. I wonder if they're going to say anything or not. I wouldn't have cared anyways, but I never made it that far because I quit the job. But that's still a concern. It's all our hair is always concerning. It's always a concern of how it's going to be taken, how people are going to take it, especially when you're rocking your natural hair and you're not choosing to wear protective styles or install or wig. So,
Well, I went to an interview and it was for like a university, a very well known university, way back when I first went natural. And I was like, bet I don't. I'm not straightening my hair.
mm,
And some people are like, well, why wouldn't you? Don't you want that job? Straighten your hair for the interview, then get in there and then do your natural. No, listen. Just as much as those jobs are interviewing you,
yeah,
interview that job. And if I couldn't be comfortable in my blackness,
right.
and I'm gonna sit up here dealing with microaggressions every day, all day, because you're uncomfortable with something that naturally grows out on my body, that's not where I want to be. I won't be happy. Yeah, money makes you extremely comfortable, but
Mm-hmm.
what are you selling off of yourself for that?
Wait, that
Now
is something.
mhm, yes.
I gotta share my. Go ahead, continue talking.
So I would say that, you know, I refuse, okay, to change up anything about my hair for any place that I work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm extremely grateful that now I work from home, so I don't have to deal with that. But when I did, of course, I'm in this Atlanta metro area, so it is really unapologetically black down here. But there is still those old school people who feel that braids are not professional, or your natural hair, you need to straighten that out. Or, and ladies, when we do go natural, one thing I will say now, I said a comb is not necessary, but you still got to do your hair now. You can't just roll out the bed with it dry and matted to one side of your head and think like, oh, I'm natural, I'm doing it. Boo, you still have to do your hair. But we'll also talk about different ways that you can do natural styles, because I'm a pro
Okay,
at
so
that.
then that rolls into this video that this girl made. I tried to save some stuff for y'all today. Um, so y'all just tell me if y'all can relate. Hair makes people so annoying. Like when you straighten your hair and they're like, "Oh my gosh, girl, you got your hair done." My hair was done the last time you saw me. And they're like, "No, no, girl, last time it was curly. It was done." Sometimes having natural hair makes people so annoying. Yeah, it was done. It was
It
done.
was done. My hair is done.
My hair
Don't
is done
see
right now.
me.
My hair is
Don't
done.
see me with no blowout tomorrow, or a
My hair
wig
is
on,
done.
or something, and be like, "Girl, you got your hair done."
Yes.
It's done right now.
That junk used to irk that junk irks me. Still to this day, that junk irks me. Like when you
It's
straight
done.
hair and it's like, oh, you done got your hair that my hair was done the last time you seen me. It was done then. Like you said, don't roll out of bed just looking like anything. But my hair was done. It was just curly.
Hmm.
So
It was done though, girl. Yeah. So why? How many of you ladies can look at yourself in the mirror and your natural tresses and be okay with that?
mm-hmm. Now that's wild because I done had friends in the past who um couldn't deal with their natural hair. They didn't want to deal, like, literally, they didn't want to deal with it. They didn't want to manage it. They didn't want to comb it. They didn't want to brush it. They didn't want to deal with their natural hair. I had one friend I remember who, like, she would get an install, go to the hair store when she knew it was time, take that one out, put it right back in, put it right back in, like, it was just on repeat, put it right back in. Or the
And I
other
know she ain't
friend,
have no edges.
no, or the other friend that I had, it's like she would get her hair done, or she'll switch it up and get braids sometimes too. But still, in all, she would never wear her real hair. Just let it breathe. Just wear her real hair. And I asked her one day, like, "Girl, why you don't never wear your real hair?" She was like, "I ain't going outside looking like that. I'm
Mm,
not going out the house looking like that."
mm.
Child.
I love my hair too. And I will, if anybody got anything to say, ladies, about your hair, mm-mm. That's your crown. That's your glory.
That's your crown.
That's your glory. And you beautiful with your real hair. And if, listen, that's why in my poem I said, hey, you can achieve any style you want to. You know, it is hard for, sometimes for us to get length in our hair.
Mhm.
But one of the reasons for that is we manipulate our hair a lot.
Yes, to retain length or to grow your hair, you have to leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Less
Stop pulling it.
manipulation.
Stop braiding it. Stop scalp braiding it. Stop putting so. Stop. Leave it alone. Your hair is gonna grow.
Okay, that somebody brought up a great point. So, when it comes to relaxers, there is a shaming going on in our Black community about people who, quote unquote, use the creamy. I'm going to say it on here. But I don't think that they should be shamed for wanting to relax their hair.
Mm-hmm.
However, we must know as Black people that a lot of the products that have been marketed to us
It's no good.
are not in our best interests, are not created for, with any health of anything in mind. And so I don't think it is shaming. It could be looked at as shaming, like, oh girl, you still using a perm? How could you? Da 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 da. I think it comes from a place more when if I was to talk to somebody and they choose to relax their hair, that's your business. Okay, that is your business. You do what you like. But if you are relaxing your hair and you are realizing that you're going bald, you're having chemical burns and crusts that you're picking out of your hair, like, to me asking you why would you choose to use relaxer is almost like asking somebody, you have heart disease, are you going to eat that pig feet? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, people going to do what they want to do. And I don't think it's nothing wrong with anybody who chooses to relax their hair. It's just that in our community, a lot of the products that they experiment on us have never been researched. And that was always a big controversial topic about relaxers and the lye and the different chemicals in them and the chemical burns that we all have endured when we were younger. And what type of research has been done on the relaxers. And I mean, that could be on any products that we use. Like, um, natural hair is a different mindset when you think about styling it. Some people just want to wrap their hair up and go, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't want to have to worry about sweating their hair out, and they want to achieve a straight look.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's nothing wrong with what women choosing to still relax their hair if that is what is more convenient for you. But I mean, it's the
Say to
chemical.
add to that, like you were saying, I mind my business because I know Black women don't play
Mhm.
about their hair.
They don't play about their hair.
especially like making natural products. And when I was really like the first 2 years, and when I was trying to find like my niche and my lane, and I was like getting bombarded with like friends making suggestions about you should do this, you should do that, you should do, like it was like so over, it's product overload suggesting what I should make. You should. So I dabbled lightly in trying to make natural hair products, but me myself, I'm a lazy natural, my darn self. Like I'm not deep with being a natural. I'm what you would call a very lazy natural. I know how to do my hair, and that's it. I know what works for my hair. I don't like, so I don't judge no lady or woman for what she wants to do with her hair, choose to do with her hair. And plus, I just remember when I first started being a natural, and I was like out there trying to find information or talking to people, and like first of all, the natural hair community, it can be a little bit cultish, and they can be the girls. The girls can be a little bit of judgy. You use that? Oh, you still use coconut oil? You still, like, the girls can be judgy. I do what I do for my hair. So yes, I do know the girls can be judgy when it comes to hair, especially when they're naturalistas. So I mind my business, child. If y'all still want to relax your hair, relax it.
Relax it, girl. Speaking of natural products, like Aya said, when she ventured into her, she was like, "Ooh, girl." Well, one of the things that I realized, like, when I was doing my natural hair, whatever, like I said, when I first started, there wasn't a lot of products that was for our hair because one of the main things that our hair needs is moisture. And a lot of the products that are on the shelves in the stores have been preserved so much that a lot of the good minerals that you need to retain moisture in your hair um, are not as potent as if
Mhm.
you mix something up in your house. So people would ask me all the time, like, "Oh, Lakia, how's your hair look so moisturized or whatever?" And like this, my hair look good today, but like my twist outs used to really been popping. Like I really haven't been doing my hair as much, but one thing I do know is moisture. So I started, people would ask me, like, well, what do you do? And I would tell them, mix, okay, you mix some of your favorite leave-in conditioner with some jojoba oil, put some aloe vera. They'd be like, okay, where I get all that from, I'm not about to do all that.
Mhm.
So I decided, for a handful of my friends or whatever, that I was going to start like this little business and start selling like, this concoction that I knew that, worked for me. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? And I tried it out, gave it to all different types of women from with fine hair types to I had some friends try it out that had dreads. I had like people try it out for me to see like, okay, do you like it or don't you like it? So, anyways, we're not gonna go into a whole commercial anyway. But one of the products that I make my company is called Pure Sun Kiss. Ooh, can I see? And it's a natural leave-in conditioner or moisturizer. You can use it on dreads, you can use it on different things. And as you can see, it has a nice little consistency. And what it consists of is pure natural shea butter that comes from the nut. And then it has some aloe vera gel that comes from the aloe. And then it has a couple of essential oils and things like jojoba oil, castor oil. I know you heard of that. Tea tree, rosemary, sweet orange, lavender, lemon. And you can purchase this if you are interested in a all natural product and it is preserved, right? Because we can't let it get microbes and different bacteria. So it is preserved for like when you're using it, when you're your hand is wet and whatnot. This is the consistency of it. It's really nice. It has a very shea butter, aloe, rosemary is probably the most potent scent in it, but it's not overpowering. And it is what I use on my hair. I use it for my twist outs. I use it for my leave-in. I use it on my son's dreads. I
Yeah,
have people
I
who
use
use
it.
it for
I
different things.
use it on a day as locks. Like, it's like a Shalo. Like I used to buy this stuff from this girl, but then she like I don't know, she stopped selling it. She used to be on Etsy, but she called it like Shalo. It was shea butter and aloe. It was something, but it reminds me of that. It's like not exactly a butter, but not exactly like aloe. It's like Shalo.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
cute.
like
That's a cute way to describe it. So yeah, if you guys want to check it out, if you're interested in natural products, like something that is you know, something that is truly natural, no chemicals besides a natural halal preservative. Please check me out. I would love for you to try my products and see how it moisturizes your hair. Everything is not for everyone. Some
Mhm.
people, prefer something much lighter, but I will tell you that it depends on your how much you use, but it is compatible with almost all of the African hair types. It just depends on how much you use.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to what we were saying.
Yeah, back to us, but let's go into societal. Yeah, let's talk about how globally, or how America, how the world views our hair, because we was kind of touching on it, how they sell you these products like the perm, and selling it to kids with the little jingle just for me, like telling us, oh, we got to
Mhm.
relax our hair to fit into this okay, we need some pressed hair, we need some long hair. That even goes into, like, say Easter Sunday, you see, or any family big, it's an event, it's a wedding, it's Easter Sunday. It's this. Y'all going somewhere and y'all about to be dressed to the nines when y'all come out the house. Your mama, for a fact, was making sure your head was done before you left that house.
Mhm.
Like, for a fact, our head was getting done. I remember I seen a post on Facebook. This was like a year or so or more back, and it was saying, what did that say to us as little girls, that like we couldn't leave the house without our hair being did? Like, why couldn't my hair just be did? Like, why couldn't you leave my hair alone? Why couldn't we go out the hair looking like Blue? And baby Blue, when she was little, she got hell for her hair. You see how long that little girl hair is right now?
Mhm.
She caught hell for her hair. Why she don't never got that girl hair done? She got money. She could get, yes, she probably could have, but she chose not to because that's her hair.
And she left it alone, and that's probably why it's so
Left it
long now.
alone. But yeah, we couldn't step out the door without our hair being done. And it's just like, you present yourself. We always had to be presentable because I guess it's like eyes are already on you. Going back to, like, our hair has such a long history and a deep ancestral history with it, right? Especially Black women. Like, I was reading, doing my debriefing for this podcast tonight, and it was just talking about how, yeah, prior to us being enslaved or whatever, how we kept our hair. The women took pride in doing their hair. They would spend hours, they would spend days even, just to achieve their hairstyle the way they wanted it done. And we mastered how to do locks, dreads, plaits, twists, all types of unique styles with our hair. And then, once we got brought over here, we had to wear headscarves. We had to wear our hair wrapped. And that's how we had to wear it, so that our hair couldn't be seen, because it wasn't presentable enough. Your hair can't be seen, it can't be on display. You have to wear a scarf. But then the unique thing about us, because we already these dope ass roses that grow from concrete, is we took those headscarves and they started wearing it in their own unique little way, even back then, you
I
see.
love a
I
headscarf.
was just like, yeah, and I was like, that just reminded me of how many ways girls rock headscarves now. And then you would have different, I guess, tribes or communities, and they would
Mhm.
wear the scarf in a different way so that they can identify each other. Or like, okay,
Yes.
blood, like, okay, this is my people's right here, based on how they would rock their scarves back then. And a little other known fact, the Tignon laws. So after, slavery at some point, they made these laws where Black women could not be seen in public with their hair out. Reason
Mm.
being is that the white women's thought that the Black women's was bewitching their men, because
Ooh, enticing.
the white men were so amazed at our freaking hair, it made them jealous and made them make these Tignon laws that we had to cover up our hair to go outside.
Mm, 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 mm.
So there's so much deep history with our hair and a connection to it and the things that we do. The reason why we so super pressed about our hair and making sure it's
Mhm.
maintained and we keep it up and it's done right, at least how we want it to be done. The headscarves, the wraps, everything about our hair is history. I just think it's like a slap in the face at times when people try to, um, what do I want to call minimize instances where we might be offended or take offense or be upset at something pertaining to our hair, like seeing other women rock braids. Now, for me, it depends. I don't really, no, I don't care. Y'all want to wear braids? Be my guest.
I
Pull
love
your,
braids.
pull your. I'm talking about other women. You want to wear braids?
Oh.
Pull your edges out. Go ahead and wear them. I don't care anymore. If whoever wants to wear the braids, wear them. If you want to rock cornrows and then be bald headed in a week, wear them. I don't care. But it makes me frustrated when other cultures or ethnic groups, mainly the palm colored people, right, try to belittle how we feel when it comes to our hair or make it seem as if it doesn't hold any importance. Y'all tripping. Why you acting like that?
Well, I would say that one of the things that I had noticed, like I used to live overseas for a couple years, and one of the things, or even like when you go to the islands, you see like, oh, look at Megan and her family and Becky and all of them. I want to get one of the tourist things is I want to get my
Oh,
hair braided.
yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
get my hair braided. They in the street like,
Braiding their hair.
and
It's
I'm like, Sheikah down the street in the hood where you live at could have braided your hair. But see, I don't want us to braid it over here. It's shamed. But then over there, it's a tourist attraction.
yeah.
And so I just thought that that was something that was extremely interesting to me because, you know, at one point, having your hair braided was deemed like unprofessional or something,
Yeah,
and
braids. What it was. Braids was definitely seen as unprofessional.
I had stepped off for a minute because you had said headscarf, and I thought one of the fun things we could do before I end was because I'll tie scarves. Okay, I was gonna show y'all a nice tie, but I can't find it right now. I don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of the things that I do think that I don't like that when we go into a workplace, it looks like we have to have these looks like, she's not a conformist. She gonna be a problem, that one,
Child.
because her hair is natural. Mm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how they know because you're not conforming. You don't have a long lace front wig. You don't have sewing in. You don't have a ponytail. So they know it's going to be a problem. Oh, don't come in there with a twist out like yours or locks. They might tolerate my hair because I have fine texture hair. But don't come in there looking too Afrocentric. They gonna
Honey,
they
play
gonna
with me. I'll blow this out to a straight Angela Davis afro.
they gonna
Okay.
keep you at the gate and throw all type of microaggressions your way, child.
I've been there and done that. I've blown my hair straight up. Boof. Tie right here. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, a pineapple. Hello, hi.
Hello.
Or like
Guess
I don't
what?
like how like I'll see posts or people be like, or no, they'll try to use it as a dig, I should say. And I'll see these ignorant posts. I think that girl, this was a while ago, she called all type of hell, but she been problematic. That bad baby catch me outside girl.
Yeah.
She be blackfishing on IG, whatever. But she did something, and then she started attacking, coming at the black girls, and they're all always their go to is y'all be trying to look like us. Y'all be wearing our hair. First of all, ain't nobody wearing Caucasian hair. That's for one. But without even going into, do you even know why it is? We was forced to conform. It wasn't something that we wanted to do. We were forced to conform, and some of us still do because that's what we have to do to get by, and that's what we have to do to go out here in the world and present ourselves. And some of us still feel internally that in order for me to be presentable, this is, I'm comfortable with this Eurocentric look. And again, like I said, I'm not knocking it because I wear my wigs too. I'm not
I
saying there's
do.
nothing wrong. First of all, there's nothing wrong with protective styles. So I'm not saying it's something wrong with wearing wigs, something wrong with wearing braids. I love wearing braids mainly, or anything like that. But we were forced to conform because that's what we had to do due to laws. We just had a law recently that allowed students to go to school in dreads. Like
Like, why we need a law for you to grow your hair out of your head?
out your scalp.
Like a dread don't even get no more natural than a dread because literally sit up here, wash your hair every day and don't
Ooh,
do nothing to it. You gonna be a
yeah.
dreadhead quick.
What is going on? I thought you said you like when other. I was about to say, girl. Like she said, I don't like when the other colors ask, can they touch my hair? I thought you
Yes,
said,
girl, read it right. Read it right now. Read it right.
you had me. I was about to have a heart attack.
Leah, let's
Child.
talk about that. Okay, so say you got this, you at work, you like, you and Megan, y'all be Becky, whatever, y'all vibing. She like, yeah, I love it. Da, da, da. She, she your best work friend, right? Then she
Mhm.
like, oh my God, I, I love your hair. Wait, wait, what do you do? Is this all yours? What you do with it?
Now, the first impulse of hers to just, oh, I love your hair, that might have just been her reaction. I would have let that one slide. But then once if she start navigating the hair, then I'm gonna get a little bit.
But Aya, y'all work besties.
Yeah, you don't do that because I wouldn't do that to. But they don't see it that way. I would never do that to you. I wouldn't invade. I wouldn't touch your hair. I wouldn't touch a pregnant woman's belly.
People do it. Look, I don't mess my hair up. She would have sat up here, dug all in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, people do that, especially when they get comfortable with you. They think they can touch you.
Right, and they probably been wanting to the minute they saw you, and then they made friends with you, and they've been dying. You see, they've been
You
dying.
the only black person that
They've
they've
been
ever
dying.
encountered.
They've been waiting for this moment to see if they can. What is the fascination? It's just like to me, it's just here.
Because it's
Your hair
beautiful.
is
It's
different than your hair.
unique.
I can see why it but bewitches y'all and it's like they be so amazed at what we can
It's
do with our hair.
mesmerizing.
I remember working at SU when I was a teenager. Like my mom got me that hookup, right? And I would wear all type of colorful braids. Oh, that's when we was rocking crochet heavy. I would wear crochet, or I would wear the little glue-ins. Oh, I cringe at the glue-ins. I would wear the glue-in wrap and stuff like that, and I would come into work, and they would be so amazed, like, "Oh my God, like I just love how you can you be switching up your hair." One guy had asked me, I had braids in my hair, like, "How did your hair grow?
Oh my God. I knew you was going to say that.
How did your hair
Oh
grow
my
so?"
God. How'd your hair grow overnight?
Now I don't know if they're doing that to be funny or if they really legit thought they really it didn't.
Well, they
You
got
know,
extensions now too. So in toupees and
child, they
everything we
got
got.
slip-on pieces. They got everything now. We are not the
So,
only ones in that market.
so I know that we got super absorbed about natural hair because that's my love. However,
Mhm.
let's talk about the evolution of all different types of hairstyles that black women have had.
That we can cringe over, really.
Back
The
in the
things that I used to
day,
do. Ooh.
back in the day, do y'all remember? Remember that girl with the gorilla glue that she did to her hair? Remember gelling your hair all down with
Mhm.
that black gel? That had some good
They sell
protein in
that
it
in the
though,
Dollar
y'all.
Tree now. That's how far we come.
That black gel?
The N Pro.
Yes,
And
that
you would
black
gel
gel.
down your side, swoop bang.
Pump it up. Psh, 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 psh. Make it all hard. And then, girl, glue that black glue on there 27 pieces. What's the 27?
What was we doing with our lives? I remember I used to hot comb my hair with Vaseline.
Oh, yeah. Remember they used to have that thick pressing
I
wax
used to
too
hot
that they used to?
comb my hair with Vaseline. Like we was doing so much
Mm.
wrong. To,
How about remember the frozen hairstyles? Like I remember I went to, I was
I
doing
never
it, the
had a
pump it
frozen
up style.
hairstyle. Yeah.
They was up here like
The frozen ponytail. You know what? Girl should bring that back. That was actually cute. Let me see if I can find a picture of
girl,
my
don't find no picture of
hairstyle.
me. So don't be
Like,
telling my business. Y'all don't need to see my frozen perm hairstyle. Tell how old we are though.
because that
Then
one legit. The front. Oh, here go one right here. I'm about to put her up. She cute too.
girl, them finger waves cute though. They coming back. I've been seeing people put little finger waves. Remember the finger waves? I used to pretend I was doing them on my doll baby. Like, let me hold my finger.
You used to do finger
I'm trying.
waves?
No, I never really used to do them. I used to braid though. Yes, that's it.
But like that's cute. Listen, the frozen up ponytail type hairstyles. I feel like that could make a comeback.
Those things was expensive too. Remember, everybody wanted to wear that to prom back in the day. I had me one.
That was the prom style, the wedding style.
Mm-hmm. Everybody had that frozen icy ponytail up there with all the water. The girl, what about the waterfalls? You
The
gotta find with the waterfalls
waterfall.
in it.
Oh my God. What else is going on here? We got some natural hair up in here.
Yeah, I'm on rough and stuff with my afro puffs. Yeah, that was always a cute style. I got pictures back in the day with the puffs.
Iconic curls. I used to
Mm,
always want these curls. I always wanted her curls.
that was cute, girl. You get you some weave, you be looking just like that, just like it.
The
If you can
side
buy it, you can achieve
swoop,
it. You know how
but
we
the
do.
girls is bringing this back. The side swoop, they bringing this back. I be
Oh
seeing
yeah, the side swoop.
side swoop ponytail.
Yeah, that was cute. Oh girl. Now you remember one of the things that I will say about braids was
Mm-hmm.
braids is something that is passed down in our culture from generation to generation. I know in my family, I know who taught me, I know who I taught, whatever, and so on and so forth. But girl, remember close braids?
I
Ooh,
know. Oh, I couldn't do
girl,
close.
I did some close braids on your hair before.
I thought you did them like, was it like when I used to always get the free?
Girl, I don't know. I
Yeah,
did close braids,
yeah.
but nobody could do them close braids like your cousin, though. Your
Oh,
cousin,
boy,
you
my
definitely,
scalp used.
woo, bleeding. Sitting up
Yes,
here with tight bumps. I know y'all ladies remember about them tight bumps.
my scalp used to be so hurt off of the close.
Crimps.
The
Oh, yes. Those
we
was
used to have them
cute. The
machines.
crimpers.
And sell
Yes.
anymore. They have to.
Do they sell crimpers? Girl, they need to because I want to crimp my hair now. She done brought that back. That need to come back. That style was cute.
I don't even think I could find no crimps.
Yeah, you know when they used to do the crimps in the hair.
Yeah, I
Come on,
know.
y'all. Let us know what kind of hairstyles y'all remember. We talking about black hair, and I know we've been on the black and the natural, but you know we celebrating all hair types, textures, whether and you know some people put texturizers in their natural hair.
Yeah, I remember I wanted to do that. Like I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to get a texturizer so it could be like just I could just wake up and it just be like that curly state when it's wet type of thing. I guess
You wanted a looser curl pattern. That's usually what people do it
without
for
me
because they
having to
got it tight
manipulate
on.
it and stuff too much. I just wanted, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So like that one, that hairstyle is a no.
You
That
don't
don't
like
need to
that?
come back.
Remember
I don't know
dudes used
what
to get
that was.
Jerry curls? They that's a texturizer. Jerry curl.
Ooh, that Jerry curl juice was dripping.
They used to have
Mm-mm-mm.
that juice spot.
Oh, somebody said crimps are back now. Yeah, because I
Crimps
need to
are
get me
back.
some. Where you get a crimp thing? They selling those in the stores again? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, ladies, we got a long evolution. You know, we don't play about our hair. You get a fresh hairdo. I can't tell you nothing.
So wait a minute before we leave here. What about okay, first let's talk about what products work for our hair versus which products don't. Like let's do a drag of product brands for a little moment because some product brands they started off great and then they just kind of and disappointed us.
I'm listen,
Like,
y'all.
she's like,
That's salt and
um,
pepper. Ooh, yes.
brands can I think of? Like, what is that product brand? Shea Moisture.
Shea Moisture.
Shea Moisture. But I
That
think
is
they got bought out, I believe.
it's interesting. That was a black owned company. However, they sold that company, took their money and said deuces, and I don't blame them, right?
Yeah,
Because
I mean now I like if that was their end goal to build their company up and then make it valuable enough to sell, maybe they started something different. I'm not opposed to get your child generational wealth, get your money. Um, but yeah, it went downhill after they sold it.
I mean, they're just expensive, okay? I mean,
I don't really like using
I don't.
them.
People love it, and I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying that's not something I use anymore. Um, Cantu. Cantu is very affordable.
Yeah, it's cost effective for sure.
And it's a decent product, I think. And I feel like it's not a black owned company, but
Mm,
it's very accessible. It's okay.
it's certain things I could use from it, but I can't use their whole line.
Some people say it dries their hair out. I
Like
have heard that.
like the cream,
Um,
whatever. I can't do that.
yeah, I really
Mm-mm.
don't use it. Like I said, I use my natural. I'm just
I
um
still like my trusted brand, which is ORS. I love ORS shampoo, the conditioner. That's all I think
hmm
I use from ORS is the shampoo and the conditioner. And I like
um
Millie right now. Millie is I love Millie. Her
oh,
products
I
are
wanted to try that.
Millie is expensive. It is a little bit higher end, but it's worth it because she makes like those products work.
What was the Mrs. Jessie's?
I love Mrs. Jesse's, but Mrs. Jesse's is so expensive.
Well,
But
she got some of that stuff in Walmart now, though.
whenever I can get my hands on like the sample pack thingies, I buy those.
I actually thought that they made a good curly cream, like the
I like the
curly
cool soft
gel.
girls.
Yeah, but hey, I'm a type of girl. Well, hey, good old fashioned eco styler will never go bad to
Oh
me.
no, eco is for life. We locked in. Like, what the-
We ride with you, eco. We don't know who make you, who
for
behind
life.
that product, but some eco styler gel will always be in a black woman's
Yeah, I
cabinet.
like African Pride. Yeah, they tried it. They tried it.
Yeah, they tried it. They had us with them perms though.
And because it's so affordable and stuff, it's so cheap, but it's not worth it.
Yeah, but I don't really like they edge control is a no. Oh, edge control. Don't even get me started on edge control. Why is it like when you use edge control, it's like you build up a resistance and then like your hair it works for
And it just
like
not
2 months
working.
and then all of a sudden it's like your hair addicted and it's like
You gotta switch, swap them out. I buy different ones every time I go in the hair store.
I like beeswax. That's some good edge
Really?
control.
I never tried the beeswax one.
The yellow one is pretty good.
I never tried that one.
What's that purple one? I don't know. I can't use that though. That stuff turned white when I put it
No,
on
I
my
don't
hair.
like the one that leave the red. Yeah, I don't like that. Mm-mm.
Most of them leave. You know what is really good? I don't know if you get your hair braided by Africans much, but they use this African braiding like jelly type of thing. It's actually a pretty decent hold when you want to do braids because like sometimes I like to wear my hair in a style where I'll do two braids right here and then I do my edges or whatever. It looks real cute. Put a scarf on the end of it, on the back of it, I mean. And one of the things that I will say about edges, if you want them baby hairs, you want those edges laid. I saw a YouTube video and I'm going to share it with you all now because I do edges a lot on my
Mm-hmm.
hair. So what you got to do is you use the edge control. I'm right now my hair is still accepting that beeswax one, and then you can use a little bit of mousse or you can use a little bit eco styler gel on top of it. Then you take a satin scarf and tie it down. Let it dry, then take it off and proceed about your day.
Well, I think the younger girls know about that.
I'm just saying.
The young girls know about. I don't care about edges, but I know you do be doing your edges because I be seeing your pictures. Your edges be like, loop, loop, loop.
Yes, honey. I'm just
I
saying
don't
for the
care
people
about no
who want to
edges.
do some edges.
I'm probably.
I do my edges.
I don't care about edges. I think that's like such an odd obsession that we developed. Like
Girl, we always love baby hairs and they're just
yeah,
back now.
now they got they out of control. The baby hairs, y'all out of pocket. Y'all out of control.
But you could buy the edges now and just
It's
glue
like
them to your forehead.
yeah, you can tattoo on the edges. That's what I mean. It's out of control now. Is y'all done did edge overload the
I
edges.
still like edges, whatever.
Your edges look
For
cute.
us who got the edges, rock them edges, ladies.
I mean the grow edges. Just make sure you keep your edge line stress free
hmm
and oil.
Well, I know that my favorite kind of braids right now is knotless braids. Like after you go knotless, you never really want to go back to the knot
Yeah.
because some people be like, "Oh, the knotless are still tight," but if you have a person who properly knows how to do knotless braids, soon as you get your hair braided, you can flip them. It's no waiting to like to
Mhm.
lift your braids up for about what a week. No,
A few
you don't have
days.
to go
Yeah.
through that. So knotless braids, that's a really nice protective style.
It's probably healthier
Um,
for your hair.
it sure is. So I think that I don't know. Like, listen, all I can say, I know we kind of got away from products, is please don't be a product junkie because you know black women are. You done bought that. That don't worry. You buy this. Like,
But
how many
sometimes you gotta
products you
be a
got?
product whore. You gotta like at least try a product out. Give it 30 days. Okay, that one don't work. And then you switch to another one.
Well,
See,
use the rest of it.
I kind of do got my like main faves that I use that I like.
Well, use the rest of it because you're just wasting your money. That's
Oh yeah,
why.
I use it. I use it up and then I'll buy some more.
That's why I want into the beauty industry. Okay, because let me tell you, we
Child,
spend
up.
all our money in the beauty industry.
But guess who got that market corner? Not us.
That's because
Not us.
one
And
of the
it's hard
things
to get
that
in.
And one of the things that I will say is that it is hard for us to get into that. And because we don't trust what each other do. And
Mhm.
that's kind of sad sometimes too when it comes to products and stuff like that as well. But what I will say is if you do buy products and you like to try out different products, make sure you use them up. Don't just keep wasting all your money using a little dabble of this and a dabble of that. Give a product some time to see if you truly dislike it. Like you said, what you say, 30 days or something? I don't know.
You give it at least 30 days. That's why I tell people with like natural skincare, any product, like you buy this cream and you expect it to work wonders. Like, at least did you give it like the appropriate amount of time to
Right.
even work to see if it just works or if it's just a dud? No, you probably haven't. You just rushed through it and got over it. But before we go, because I mean, this hair conversation was actually pretty good. I liked
It
it.
was.
Y'all didn't join us, and I'm like very disappointed about that part. But I do want to touch on one other thing because it's something that's still missing from the conversation that we have to touch on, and that is how men view our hair.
Oh
How the
Lord.
penis people,
Oh God, here she go, y'all.
how the penis people view our hair, and how they see our hair, and like if it gave us any ill feelings about it or not. I don't know, but how they viewed our hair over the years.
Well, that's a good discussion because we always doing something to attract the opposite sex, or we do stuff that we think
Yeah,
attracts them.
because no, but what was interesting is you said that the white guy was like, "Oh, I love your hair," right? I love it, I love it,
Yeah,
and
they did.
while the black guy was like, "Yes, sis, like what, child? You need to do something to your head." And that's
Hmm.
just so unfortunate. That is just so unfortunate. And that just made me think of the law that the white women's created way back when, because the white men's was paying attention to you, you see, and not to her. Because he loved your hair.
Okay, so
But I mean it's interesting because I don't think sometimes we should have a panel with men on here so we can get their thoughts on things so it's not a one-sided opinion because I know that's what.
yeah, we
But
definitely got to revisit them on some of these issues. It would be
when I
interesting.
see certain topics of conversation or have certain topics of conversation, or even in my experience, right? And guys be
Hmm.
like, y'all be putting that stuff in your hair and y'all be trying to wear these weaves and stuff like that. But that's what you like. Like everything about what you're saying doesn't correlate what you really actually like or what you give me a compliment on. For instance, you say you love my natural hair. I have no problem with your natural hair. I love your natural hair. I love your hair natural. I love that you are comfortable enough to wear like that. But guess when you give me the most compliments when I go and get it pressed out. When I go and get it pressed out, you be like, I love your hair straight. I love your hair like that. So you don't like my hair when it's twisted out? You don't like my hair when it's a wash and go? You don't like you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, yeah, that is the case with some men. But then it's some men who, oh my goodness, they have a whole hissy fit if you do put some weave in your hair. I mean, why you wearing that weave? It is men like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
They claim they don't like weave. But what I will say is that I experiment with different types of hair. And like for many, many years, I didn't wear any weave. It was natural or braids.
Mm.
natural or braids. And I guess braids is still weave, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was
That's
still a
a protective
natural, it was a
style.
protective style for my hair to give me a break. So nowadays, I throw on a wig or I'll do this or that. And sometimes I think that I might get more looks when I have the weave in.
Mm,
But guys claim that they love the natural hair. Some of them love the natural hair, this and that and the third. But then, so say, on social media, I post like all these different pictures. I post my hair
right.
natural. I post my hair with straight hair, curly hair. It does appear
Mhm.
that a lot of times I get way more likes or whatever on the pictures with weaving. So what do y'all really like? Even as women. Like I think that those enhancements are beautiful, you know. However, I don't know what men truly say. They say that we do all of this stuff to ourselves for each other or something. They don't like all the weave. They don't understand why you ripping all your lashes off, putting on lashes, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I hear when they say that. I think some people look really nice with their hair and their lashes and this and that. I mean, some
Yeah.
of them are like so long. I'm like, I don't know how you see.
Excuse
But
me.
I wear glasses, so I don't really do lashes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like do they really appreciate our natural hair or do they really like when we do all the weave and stuff? Because why do we get more compliments?
Mhm. It just tells me, it's telling. I'll say that for sure. It tells me what you really prefer, as they say. It tells me what your preference is in that area.
But we
And
can only
then
speculate
here,
because it's not
yeah,
one
we
of them here.
speculate that,
Mm.
I'll say. But yeah, like you said, we definitely get more compliments, more stares, more looks when you're all dialed up and you got your wig on or your frontal on or your weaving or your sew-ins. Then when you just like if I went outside and I had my twist outs, or if I just had twists in my head, let me just rock some twists in my hair. I'll probably
Mhm.
no, probably like one. No, that is not acceptable. What is going on with your head?
Well,
Like,
I think that maybe they think that when they do see a natural sister, like, I mean, it's so common now, but before I used to think that when they used to see you coming to you as a natural sister, like they would think that you was probably like this
oh,
intellectual, deep thinking type of woman,
oh,
right?
she's yeah, okay.
You can't just approach her with any old little whatever, right? So it's like,
Oh,
it make you think, yeah, she woke. That one right there is woke. Now everybody
mm-hmm.
trying to rock a natural. So you don't know if she woke or she hood ratting down the street. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, I used to think that that was something that they used to think, like, this natural has this. So she's probably more of like in some kind
Yeah,
of woke states.
hmm, she know about her roots, her history and stuff. Like, yeah, they associate that. You probably right. They associated being natural with like you being a sister motherland, other
Yes.
something like that. Oh,
Exactly. Like I'm looking right now. Since the
right,
motherland, I got some Africa
motherland.
earrings and all of that. Yes, they used to, and you know what? They were correct because I was. I was definitely thinking much deeper
All right.
than just going to buy that weave or whatever. But I don't knock it
Mhm.
because I think that is cute. I wear it now. It's some bomb wigs out here right now, and it's so different than what it used to be.
Yeah, they
Um,
done definitely leveled up on that game from when we was young child.
Yeah, listen, I don't even understand how they do the lace front because I'm like, they be gluing it right here, and then the thing look like scalp. I'm like, wow,
Yeah, we
amazing.
definitely did. We didn't have that.
You knew somebody had a wig on. There was that little line right
It
there in
was
the
like
wig.
the fake line. They wasn't even blotting it in back then either. Like, let me get some concealer to at least make it match my skull. We wasn't doing none of that stuff.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I mean, men claim that they ain't with all the weave and they want the woman who wear less weave, but then they fawning over the woman that got the 24
Yeah,
inches.
a completely different aesthetic that
So
they go for. But then they'll probably get with you and be like, you should wear your real. Why you don't wear your real hair more often? That's not how like I met you. Like,
Maybe he don't want nobody else looking at you no more.
Oh, now you got me. So now you want me in the house. You want me to look? Oh, child.
Take that weave off. You don't need that,
You don't need
baby.
that.
You
You
got
don't need
me now.
You look good natural. You don't need nothing.
Yeah, that's funny.
Probably. That is
I
terrible.
don't know. We won't know. This is Convos for Black Women. It's from our perspective. So we
Hypothetically,
just
yeah.
so we just saying when you met me, I had them long down to my butt braids, and you was like, "Ooh, them sexy. Let me pull on them." Then as you went, nah, you don't need all that. Just wear your
Or
headscarf.
even
We
like
about to
the
go.
texturism, because like I said, like I know, like I have a fine grade of hair or whatever. And when I was dating and talking to guys back in my teens, my early 20s, and guys, of course, guys way more than girls. Hardly any girls would ever ask. They would always ask me like, "You must be mixed with something. What you mixed with? You got something in your family?" No, I'm black. I'm black. I'm black. Why I gotta be mixed? I'm black. And this one guy I was talking to, he could have swore I was lying about being mixed with something. Why would I lie? Why would I lie? So either you want a girl who aesthetically is a like it's just something about their hair, but they're not here to defend them little selves.
Or
But I
guys who
definitely feel
say,
like
or I was gonna
texture is
add to
play a big
that.
part in their mind because they don't like. It's like they don't like the kink.
Well, I mean, I think some guy like back in the day for sure, but now I think a lot of men there is a whole population of men who love kinky natural hair. They really do. They love it and they like it and they have their women wearing it and they approach and date women, especially younger girls. They wearing their hair natural a lot too. With addition with the wigs and whatnot too, there's still a lot of young girls who I see rocking naturals. You know what I'm
Well, what
saying?
about
So
short hair? Would you ever cut your hair? I mean, you cut the perm
yeah.
off, but would you ever cut your hair?
Yeah, I would cut my hair. Like, I recently came home and my niece cut my hair. It was longer than this. Like, she was like, "Let's cut it off." It was broken up, like the ends with. So I let her cut it. So, um, it was longer. I've had my hair where my twists have been like down here and stuff, but to me, in my opinion, natural hair is so much more work when it's longer. Like,
You like keeping it a certain
I
length?
like to keep it a certain length because it's more manageable for me. Um, but some people they have really long hair, and I have found and heard from a lot of people who are natural, like their hair. Some people it's just genes, right? But some people, when they less manipulation of their hair creates more
Bro,
length.
your
So if
hair
you're doing twist outs every day, that's too much manipulation to your hair. You know, it's where like I'm saying, like you literally just every time you wash, you just put it in a couple braids and you leave it like that.
leave it
You
alone
won't
for like
touch
weeks
it.
at a time. I follow
Yeah.
this girl on TikTok and like you should see. I don't know if I can even find her page because I couldn't log into my page on the computer, but she like how she grew her hair is like past her butt. And I don't know if you go far back enough on her account, you probably can follow her journey to how she grew it that long.
Mm-hmm.
But she basically said that she studied and researched like African, like traditional African upkeep of the hair and what they did to maintain it and the maintenance of it and
Mm-hmm.
using shibi powder and mixing it with her oils and all types of things that she do.
Mm-hmm.
And like for length retention and like less manipulation, she washed her hair, I think she said twice a year. I don't think I can do that.
Right.
I
Ugh.
can't do that.
And some of
Well,
them
no,
use like fermented
she
rice
washes
water.
her hair twice a year, but she does clean her scalp. So I guess it's like she shampoo because she show how she shampoos the scalp because a healthy scalp creates a healthy environment for hair growth, but she doesn't wash the hair, if that makes sense. I would still think the water is going to get on the hair, but whatever. She washes the scalp, but not the hair. And then when she's doing her twists and stuff, right? She just leave them in there like for months. Like she'll have twists in her hair for like a whole month. and then
Mm-hmm.
she'll show how much her hair grew. Like, this is how much it grew. Now, I mean, I don't know what type of job you have, because I would figure like you still, if you going to work, I don't think that would be feasible or doable, because you still have to go and present yourself out.
Does she wear like wigs over it or something?
No, she got thick. Like, her hair is thick. I'm gonna send you a link when I do find her page. She got some thick hair, but that junk is down her butt. And then to see how long it is, which I used to do this when I first was natural, went natural. She do the rubber bands, like, and go down the hair with the rubber band.
Mm-hmm.
She do that, and so she'll have a whole bunch like that, and they just like, her hair is so beautiful, and she grew it so long.
So there you go. We can grow long hair. We just
Oh,
don't
because
know
it's a
how to
lot of
do
them.
it. Mm-hmm.
But it
Yes,
do take work. That is one thing I must say. Tending to your head properly, proper hair care. No, it ain't easy.
it sure isn't.
That's why I loved every time I cut my hair. I think I big chop twice, 2 or 3 times. I loved it because I could just wake up and go, baby. I could wake up, get my water bottle with the oil or whatever and spray,
Mm-hmm.
go, go to work.
Right. Cute. And
Yeah.
my thing too is that us as Black women, we don't need to be scared to cut our hair. It'll grow back.
You don't need to be scared to do anything to your hair, especially.
Yes.
I think all of us, every Black woman should do a big chop once in her life. Just like you had that liberating feeling when
Mm.
she cut that off your hair, and you just felt
It
so
was
like
so
oh,
liberating. It just felt like,
the
I
weight,
am not my hair. That's what it
yeah,
felt like. Okay.
weight
That's
was
what it felt
lifted off
like.
your shoulders, right? Like, yes, I am not bound to this hair, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely, I think that's what prevents a lot of us from big chopping, is that our identity, a lot of our identity, let me put that up as our, because that was our topic. Our lot of our identity is wrapped up in our hair.
Mm-hmm.
Once you cut it, baby, your identity got to be something else. You can't hide behind that hair. Like, I cut my hair. All you seeing is this when I walk. That's like, I don't got.
That face.
Yes, I can't cover my hair and wear it
That
down.
face.
Yes, I can't hide behind nothing. It's cut. It's cut off. So
Mm-hmm.
now I have to present you something else. I can't be, I can't hide behind my hair. It's not a mask anymore, and it frees you from how you feel about your hair.
Right.
That makes sense, cause you ain't got none. Like, you bald headed hoe. You a bald headed hoe. Like, you done cut your hair.
Mm-mm.
You done cut your hair off.
I
Every
just
once in a while, this is coming off. Every once in a while, I'll be thinking about cutting my hair, but nah, I don't know.
Well, I also know another thing that a lot of us Black women also struggle with is like, and I'm not a doctor, so of course, disclaimer, but a lot of us Black women are struggling with hair thinning and alopecia and different conditions as well that truly affect how you feel about your hair as well. And sometimes people want to talk about, oh, look at all that weave she wear, but you may not know that maybe she's covering up a condition or something that she's going through. So I also feel like just like we shouldn't judge people who wearing perms or whatever, we can't judge people who wear weave and different things on their hair too, because you never know what their hair journey is or what they may be going through. And we know that a lot of us women feel build our worth based upon how our hair looks, you
Right.
know.
And sometimes us doing that manipulation to our hair, that can give you alopecia.
Hmm. Very, tight braids, tension, all the wigs rubbing on your hairline. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, please research. Don't just be like, I don't care nothing about my hair, girl. Slap this wig on because I'm going to look cute tomorrow. But you know what? You still need to take care of your hair like you need to take care of your teeth. You know what I'm saying? It is part of you. And, you know, it can cause a lot of pain as well, when you're having sores and patches and different things going on, or your edges is balding and it's tender. Like, I be watching some stuff and I'm just like, gosh, some of these conditions are self-inflicted because we're not caring for our hair properly.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is a really refreshing topic. And I appreciate the involvement that we got from, some of the viewers out there. Um, as we do start to wind this down, is there any other thing that you guys that we didn't touch on that you guys wanted to talk about in this conversation with Black hair, where we can just empower and bounce our ideas after each off of each other?
Yeah, because we have been on here. Like, I feel like time flies, especially when we're having a conversation. Because I can't believe it's been like we almost been on here for an hour and a half talking about hair. And not
But
in the way that you would think that we would just talk about hair.
mm-hmm.
And that's what I love about Convos for Black Women, is that we can go into and do these deep dives on these topics.
Yeah, so I think we pretty much touched everything that we wanted to talk about tonight.
Okay, well then let's do the takeaway.
All right. So my takeaway from this particular podcast tonight is that we will always, always, always be big on our hair. Our hair is so versatile. I hope that you guys replay this and listen to my poem because it is so deep. The roots of our hair is ingrained into the roots of our culture. Please always take care of it. That no matter what your texture is, that it is beautiful, that it is okay for you to rock your hair the way that it grows out of your head. Don't let these microaggressions out here in today's society and in the workplace deter you from living in your truth. And the truth is that you are beautiful and all of your Black features are to be appreciated and not shamed. And that's what I want you to take away from this today.
Yeah, that's a good takeaway. I would just add on to that to, of course, always do what's best for you and your hair. And don't be afraid to explore more with your hair. Like, don't be afraid to be daring and do things with it. If you want to, maybe, let me see how I would look if I cut my hair off. Let me see if I can possibly go natural. Like, don't be afraid to do things with your hair. It's just hair. It's going to grow back. That's how after like you cut your hair that first time, that's how I started to look at it. It's just hair. And I think we put too much weight on it, even though it should be a lot of weight placed on our hair because it comes with a rich history as its foundation. But yeah, don't be afraid to explore and do things with your hair and um, embrace it more.
I love that. I love that. All right. Don't forget about my natural products. www.puresunkiss.com. Get a conditioner and try. See if that moisture will penetrate those roots that you got going on up there.
And see you guys later.